Hello everyone, and welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating world of government and politics, comparing to close neighbors, Canada and the United States. Think you know how these two countries run? Let's put that knowledge to the test. This is the Canada versus USA government and politics quiz. Let's begin. Our first section explores the fundamental systems of power. Let's start with question 1. What type of democracy is the United States? Is it a constitutional monarchy, a direct democracy, or a federal republic? The correct answer is a federal republic. The U.S. Constitution establishes a system where power is shared between the federal government and individual states, and the people elect representatives. Now for question 2. What type of democracy is Canada? Is it a federal republic, a parliamentary democracy, or a presidential system? Canada is best described as a parliamentary democracy and a constitutional monarchy. This means its government is led by a prime minister who commands the confidence of the elected parliament, all under a monarch as the formal head of state. This leads us to question 3. Who is the official head of state in Canada? Is it the Prime Minister, the Governor General, or the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court? The answer is the monarch, currently King Charles III. However, the monarch is represented in Canada on a day-to-day basis by the Governor General. Let's switch back to the US. For question 4, who holds the titles of both head of state and head of government in the United States? Is it the Vice President, the Speaker of the House, or the President? The correct answer is the President. The U.S. President serves as both the ceremonial leader of the country and the active head of the executive branch of government. And our final question for this section, question 5. Despite their differences, what are the 3 branches of government that both Canada and the United States share? Both countries are built upon the foundation of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, a key principle for the separation of powers. So, to quickly recap this section, we've learned the U.S. is a federal republic with a president as head of state and government. Canada is a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy with a separate head of state, the monarch, and head of government, and both nations divide their powers among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. Now let's move on to how laws are made. Question 6. In Canada, what is the lower house of the federal parliament called? Is it the House of Representatives, the House of Commons, or the National Assembly? The correct answer is the House of Commons. Its members, known as members of parliament or MPs, are directly elected by Canadian citizens. Next, question 7. What is the equivalent lower house of the U.S. Congress called? Is it the Senate, the House of Commons, or the House of Representatives? In the United States, it's called the House of Representatives. Its members, often called congressmen or congresswomen, represent specific congressional districts. Let's look at the upper houses now. Question 8. How are members of Canada's upper house, the Senate, chosen? Are they elected by the public, appointed by the Prime Minister, or selected by the provinces? Canadian senators are appointed by the Governor General on the advice of the Prime Minister. They are not elected. Now for the U.S. equivalent. Question 9. How are members of the U.S. Senate chosen? Are they appointed by the President, selected by state governors, or elected by the people of their state? Unlike their Canadian counterparts, U.S. senators are directly elected by the voters in their respective states for 6-year terms. And for our final question on lawmaking, question 10, in both countries, what is the most significant power of the Supreme Court, allowing it to determine if laws are constitutional? Is it judicial appointment, judicial activism, or judicial review? The answer is judicial review. This is the crucial power that allows the highest court in each nation to strike down laws that conflict with their country as constitution. Let's recap what we've just covered. The lower houses are the House of Commons in Canada and the House of Representatives in the U.S. The key difference in their senates is that Canadian senators are appointed, while U.S. senators are elected. And both judicial systems are topped by a Supreme Court with the power of judicial review. We're about halfway through our quiz. If you're enjoying this exploration of democracy and learning something new, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. It really helps us out. Alright, let's get into our third section, elections and political parties. Question 11, U.S. President. Elections are held on a fixed schedule. How often do they occur? Is it every 2 years, every 4 years, or every 6 years? The answer is every 4 years. These elections are held like clockwork on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Let's compare that to Canada. Question 12. Canadian federal elections are also scheduled for every 4 years. But can an election be called earlier? Yes or no? The answer is yes. If the governing party loses a major vote of confidence in the House of Commons, or if the Prime Minister requests it, an early election, known as a snap election, can be held. Now for question 13. Which of the two countries has a single, independent, nonpartisan national agency responsible for conducting federal elections and referendums? Is it the United States, Canada, or both? The correct answer is Canada, with its agency, Elections Canada. In the U.S., election administration is largely decentralized and managed at the state and local levels. Let's talk about political parties. Question 14. How many major political parties typically dominate the political landscape in the United States? Is it 1, 2, or many? The United States is known for its two-party system, dominated by the Democratic and Republican parties, and for Canada. Question 15. Does Canada's parliament typically feature more than two major political parties with significant representation? Yes or no? The answer is a clear yes. Canada has a multi-party system, with several parties like the Liberals, Conservatives, New Democratic Party, Bloc Québécois, and the Green Party regularly winning seats in the House of Commons. Time for our third recap. We've seen that U.S. presidential elections are on a rigid 4-year cycle. While Canada's system allows for more flexibility, Canada uses a single national agency to run its elections, unlike the decentralized U.S. system. And finally, the U.S. is characterized by a two-party system, whereas Canada operates with a multi-party system. We have now arrived at our final section, rights and national symbols. Let's begin with question 16. The first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution form a foundational document for American rights. What is this document called? Is it the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, or the Bill of Rights? It is the Bill of Rights, which protects fundamental freedoms like speech, religion, and the press. Now for the Canadian equivalent. Question 17. What is the name of the Canadian document, enacted in 1982, that guarantees the rights and freedoms of its citizens? Is it the Canadian Bill of Rights, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, or the Constitution Act? The correct answer is the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. It is a powerful part of Canada's Constitution. Let's look at a civic duty. Question 18. Which country's constitution mandates that a national census, or accounting of the population, be conducted every 10 years? Is it Canada, the United States, or both? This is a constitutional requirement in the United States. The U.S. Census is crucial for determining representation in Congress and distributing federal funds. Canada also conducts a census, but more frequently every 5 years. Let's revisit a topic from the beginning. Question 19. We know the King is Canada's head of state. Who is the person that formally represents the King within Canada and performs his duties? Is it the Prime Minister, the Governor-General, or the Speaker of the House? That important role belongs to the Governor-General. And for our final question. Number 20. Every government needs a home. What city is the official seat of government, or capital, for Canada? And what city is the capital of the United States? The seat of government in Canada is Ottawa, Ontario. And for the United States, it's Washington, D.C. And that brings us to the end of our quiz. Let's do one last, final review. We've touched on the American Bill of Rights and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. We learned about the constitutional census in the U.S. and the role of the Governor-General as the King's representative in Canada. And finally, we identified the capital cities of Ottawa and Washington, D.C. How did you do? Whether you got every question right or learned a few new things today, the goal was to better understand the systems that shape these two great nations. While they share a border and many values, their political structures have unique histories and functions that are fascinating to compare. Government can seem complex, but by breaking it down, we can all become more informed citizens. Thank you so much for joining me on this political and governmental journey today. I hope you found it both educational and engaging. If you enjoyed this format, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, And hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Thanks again for watching. And take care.